Hi there, welcome to another office hours session. Me, Steve Worswick, Cookies developer. Today I saw this on Stack Overflow, and now rather than trying to write a reply to it, I thought it was easy to make a video. So basically, the user has a map of countries and populations, and what he's trying to do is to say, can you tell me the top 5 countries or the top 3 countries? Basically, he wants to go through this map and find details about each country. And he was wondering how to do that. So I'm going to show you a way of how we can do that. Okay, so as well as we're going to make a new map. Now, what we'll call this one is I'm going to call it country. Oops, country to number. So basically, I'm going to give a number to each of these countries. I always like to name my maps as what they're going to be. So it's going to be a country to a number. Yeah. So let's make that map. Okay. Right. So if just copying his details. Right. So basically, every country now has a number associated with it. So China 0 down to, we'll only do 10 just as an example. I mean, you can do as many as you want. So save that. Now you also want another one that contains all the details that he's got in his image there. So this time we'll call this one, we're going to map the number to the country. Yep, so let's copy that. So if I copy all this information in there, so now what that's going to tell me, ignore splitter for now, but it's going to say each country, so like Pakistan is 4, and on this one we just the other way around, so 4 becomes Pakistan. Okay, now what we can do, I mean, you could do like 0 and then just for the population, or you could do it stuff like that. But you may as well just put it all in one map entry when you've only got one map then. So the way we separate the country from the population is just by putting in this keyword of splitter. Now it's just a made-up word. It's nothing official. It's just something that we can use. I'll now show you how that works. So let's. Right, so we're going to need to make some AIML to handle this stuff. So let's call it, we'll just call it country. Okay, now let's make a category. So we're going to call this category, we'll just say, what is the population of, and then whatever. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is to find the country number of what we've got in there. So like what was the population of China. So let's say that's a var, and all we're going to do is map to country number, whatever you've put in there. So what is the population of India? Look in our map, India. Oh, right, so we need to set that variable to 1. Okay, so it will set a var called find country to 1. Okay, now we need to do that the other way around as well. So I need to put the country details, look up what we found, which is 1, look that up in our num to country, and put the details in there. So our 1 becomes, contents will become India, splitter, and then the population. Yeah, so we'll put them in think tags because the user doesn't need to see those. Okay, that's the first part done. So what we could do, we could say, just to show it works, get var equals country details. Yep, so let's try and copy that. What is the population of, I think Mexico was one of them. Yeah, so at the moment it brings everything back, yeah, because we've got that splitter word in there, so we need to sort of format it a little bit better than that, really, don't we? So let's put in a condition. Okay, so the condition we can use is something like this. So we'll just check for the value of country details. If we don't know what it is, say we've put in a country that he doesn't know about, it will map to unknown. So we can just say, sorry, I have no details for that country. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little category here called set country details and pass it our contents of the map. Okay, so nice and easy. All we need to do then is just copy. Oops. Right, so we need to make a new category. Yeah. So we need to separate this out. So set country details will be passed this value, which at the moment is things like India splitter whatever. So it'll become India splitter whatever. So this should be called here. Yeah. So basically all we do is we just set the value of each star to what we want it to be. So the country name is going to be the first star, the population is going to be the second star. So it'll do that, and it will then say whatever's population is whatever. Let's see if it works. So if we try this again, what's the population of Mexico? There we go. Mexico's population is whatever that is. And I think it was the United States, one of them. Yeah, so that's working. So it's calling the set country details with the value of that, and then just setting things up accordingly. Right, so that's how you can use maps. But his question is, how can we loop through the map, getting like the top 10 or top 5 population? Right, so we can do it the same kind of way. So let's make a category again, and we'll say, so we'll say, tell me however many countries with the largest population, and what we want to do is to loop through the map. Now, luckily, these are all in order already, so the biggest at the top down to the smallest at the bottom, so we don't need to worry too much about trying to sort them. So what we're going to do is use a loop. Okay, so to start off our loop, we'll set it to 0, set our loop to 0, and what we need to do is to check it out. So do it with a condition. Right, so if so look, yeah, so tell me like 2 countries with the largest population. So once it becomes 2, we're going to get it to quit out of the loop. Otherwise, we're going to map it onto the next one. I'll just make the category, and then I'll show you how it works, or how it should work. Right. Let's just tidy up a bit. Okay. Right, so this should do it. So tell me however many countries with the largest population. Yep, so it sets a count variable, count name, predicate to 0, and it's going to loop around, checking the value each time. So it gets the name of the country, which is the first one in the list. So at the moment it's 0. Uploads the count by 1, increases the count by 1, calls out our set country details splitter again, and then just displays it, loops back, right, is it equal to whatever we've set in there? No, okay, well in that case I'll get the next one from the list. Yeah, so this set count is increasing over time. Yeah, map name is successor just means the next one in the list. Yeah, it's something inbuilt in Pandora bots. So we can just keep looping around until it reaches our star value. So let's try it. Okay, so tell me, I don't know, 4 countries with the largest population. There we go. So it just loops around every time until that becomes 4, displaying it like that. So this is the category that will do that. So again, do have to be listed to 4. Let's try 7. Yeah, or I don't know, 2. Yeah, so all it's doing, increasing the count, looping round. Yeah. Now, what I wanted to know as well was reading up from the list, tell me however many countries with the smallest population. So we can do that in a similar way, a little bit more complicated, but we can do it quite easily in AIML. So if I copy the largest one, population, right, what we're going to need to do now though is work backwards. Yeah, so how many is in our list? Right, well, we've got 9 entries. So when I read the first entry, I want that to be entry number 9. Yep, so the smallest population, number of entries on our list is 9. So I've manually put 9 in there. But again, just for loop round to how many we want to find. Okay, so check our count again. Is it equal to the star value? No. Right, okay. So in this time, exactly the same, apart from instead of checking the country details for the count, we're checking them for the list. So number 9. 9 is the bottom of our list. Okay, so it will get the smallest country. And then it's similar as count, does successor, list does predecessor to get it back down. So 9 becomes 8, becomes 7, 6, 5, until however many we need. Count again, just increase the count, so we're mapping, getting the value of the star. And it's same as before, set country details, just displays the country in a more friendlier form. So let's try, tell me 3 countries with the smallest population. Oops. No, not saved it, that's why. Right, tell me 3 countries with the smallest population. Yeah, so this time we have Mexico, Russia, and Bangladesh, which should be correct according to this. Yeah, Mexico, Russia, Bangladesh. Yeah, so again, we can do however many we want. Yeah, and it'll just work backwards on the list. So as you can see, we're slowly increasing in size. So that's how you do it. Yeah, you can just use loop instead of trying to map, because this has no idea how to map China onto the next one of India onto United States. So we need to do that, tell it ourselves, look, 0 becomes 1. It's a natural progression counting, whereas China, India, they don't have anything in common to add them on. Right, let's so that's it. I mean, you can quit watching now if you want, but what I'm going to do is going to show you how to enhance this map so you can do a bit more useful things with it. So let's put in, as well as the population, let's put in the capital city as well. Yeah, so now we've got two splitters there, don't we? Right, so let's go back to my AIML. What we'll do now, just for fun, I'll make another category, splitter. This time it's got the country name, the population, and then the capital city, *1, *2, *3. Which is *1, *2, *3. Okay, so we can say something like, what is the capital of whatever? So again, China or whatever, it'll find the name exactly the same as before, but this time it'll split it out, and we've got 3 splits there. So we can say, what is the capital of India? Oh, me again. So what is the capital of India? Yeah, and it'll say India's capital is, and then whatever the value of *3 is. Yeah, so you can do things like that. United States. United States capital is Washington DC. Yeah, so no point. I mean, you could do a map for a map of country to population, or country to capital. But I like to keep things as simple as possible. So using that method, you could then put a splitter and then the currency or what languages we speak or anything like that. So yeah, right. Well, I hope that's useful for you. So that's answered how to go through a map and get like the first however many lists in there. I'll upload this AIML somewhere and I'll put a link in the description for anyone to use. So yeah, hope that's useful for you. Bye for now.